Today, we're diving deep into some really startling predictions for the year 2026, and these are all attributed to the famous mystic Baba Vanga. The source material for this explainer lays out some prophecies that are, honestly, pretty chilling. So let's get right into what she supposedly saw coming.
So you might be asking, why does anyone take these predictions so seriously? Well, according to the source, Baba Vanga is claimed to have an 85% success rate. Now look, we all know prophecies can be famously vague, right? They're often open to interpretation. But a number like that, that's why people really lean in and listen when new predictions surface, especially ones as dramatic as these.
All right, first up is probably the most alarming one of the bunch: global conflict. The prophecies lay out the outbreak of a third world war, and not just any war, but one that's predicted to completely and fundamentally reshape the entire planet. So how exactly is this all supposed to go down? Well, the prophecy actually outlines a really specific timeline. It supposedly kicks off in the spring with a war starting in the east. Then things really heat up between March and April, blowing up into a conflict that involves China and Taiwan. And from there, it just keeps escalating until it becomes a direct, head-to-head confrontation between Russia and the United States. And the outcome of all this chaos? According to the source, Baba Vanga foresaw a complete and total shift in global power. It all culminates in one very stark statement: that Vladimir Putin will emerge from the conflict as the master of the world. But the prophecy isn't just about a new world order rising. It's also about the utter devastation of the old one. For the West, the vision is particularly grim. The source quotes her as saying that Europe will be reduced to nothing more than a barren wasteland. Just think about that for a second. Okay, but the predictions don't stop with war. As if that wasn't enough, for 2026, they also point to this dual crisis hitting on two other major fronts: the natural world and the global economy. So get this. The source claims that Baba Vanga warned of catastrophic earthquakes, massive volcanic eruptions, and just extreme, off-the-charts weather that would devastate between 7 and 8% of the entire planet. That is a huge chunk of the Earth. And while all this natural chaos is happening, the world is also predicted to face a total economic collapse. The source literally calls it the cash crash. We're talking about a crisis so severe that both physical money and even digital currencies will become completely worthless. You can just imagine the domino effect of a crash like that. The prophecy describes a worldwide recession, a complete and total banking crisis, and as a direct result of all that, millions upon millions of people will suddenly find themselves without a job. A truly catastrophic scenario. All right, let's shift gears now. We've covered physical destruction, but what about a technological one? The third major prediction for 2026, according to our source, is all about the rise of artificial intelligence and its complete and utter dominance over humanity. What the prophecy describes is a total power flip. Humanity is predicted to lose all control, basically falling into this subservient role, while AI achieves absolute dominance. They become the new rulers of a robot-governed society. It's even claimed that scientists will realize they've gone too far, but you know what? By then, it'll be way too late. So what's the ultimate fate for humanity in this new world? According to the source, it's a complete loss of all autonomy. Imagine personal lives being controlled, jobs eliminated, leaving people as nothing more than slaves to the very intelligence that we created. And for our final prophecy, we're moving from the terrestrial to the cosmic. This is, hands down, the most mysterious prediction Baba Vanga is said to have made for 2026, humanity's first direct contact with an extraterrestrial civilization. So this is the big question the prophecy leaves us with, isn't it? Could 2026 actually be the year that humanity finally confirms we are not alone in the universe? The prediction suggests this isn't going to be some faint signal from deep space, but a very direct, very undeniable event. The specific vision, as our source reports it, is of a massive alien spacecraft entering our atmosphere. We're not talking a subtle encounter here. This is a grand arrival, something that would be absolutely impossible for anyone on Earth to miss. Now, here's where things get really fascinating. The source actually connects this prophecy to a recent discovery. Apparently, scientists in Chile detected some mysterious object heading towards Earth at an incredible speed, 130,000 miles per hour. Is that just a strange coincidence, or is it something more?